I think we're live. I think this is live on the Facebook. So if it's not, then I'm talking to myself. But I just wanted to get on here. I haven't had a live video in a while, and good reason. We've been super, super busy. So I wanted to give an update and let my friends, family, and everyone else know what all is going on. So here I am at home. This is actually my husband's office, and he's a real estate agent. So back here's his maps, which I told him he really needs to, like, I don't know, flatten out. It doesn't look that great, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So Ethan's home. That's the biggest update that a lot of people wanted to know. So I'm going to start out with an apology because I am terrible about keeping up with people. I've gotten a lot of messages. People want to know what's going on with Ethan and how's he doing, and I appreciate that. I know who you are, and I love that you're reaching out. I do. We've also been terribly busy, so I'm even coming to you with like not a shred of makeup on, like not even chapstick. So um those are things that we just don't have time for. We're taking care of Ethan. That's a full-time job in itself. We also have the baby. All last week, daycare was closed, which it was just a lot. So we had the baby full-time, we had Ethan full-time, the holidays. So we've been busy. So I love you guys. Thank you for your reach outs. And Ethan's home. So he came home Thursday, which was really awesome. It was, just everything that I dreamed of. And here's the cool part. He didn't even know this. No one actually really knew my full, like, feel it real. If you've been following me, kind of know that I had like this picture in my head of what it looks like when Ethan comes home. And I had a feel it real, like, scene set up in my head, and it didn't follow it perfectly. My scene was that he was opening presents on Christmas morning from a chair. We have a reclining chair in our living room, and so he was sitting, because we have so right outside this office is the dining room, and we have the Christmas tree. And in years past, there's a dining room table, we'd sit there, but some people were kind of like in the living room, it was spill over. And I just pictured him sitting there in that comfy chair, and I would bring him presents. So it wasn't perfectly like that. Christmas morning was spent he was in a real rehabilitation hospital here in Cape Coral. And we all got up in the morning, we made cinnamon rolls, we packed up all the presents, every single present that we had for all the kids, and we just did Christmas in his room. And so, it wasn't perfect, but I feel like when you do feel it real, you're kind of like it's like going to a restaurant and ordering like the perfect meal. And there might be substitutions, but you're still happy because you're at the restaurant, you had a really great meal. So they might not have everything on your list, but like, you made it to the restaurant and you had a really great time. So it's kind of like that. So when you have like a feel it real vision, so I talk about this a little bit here and there, but just so you kind of understand how it works, is like, it may not be exactly it, but that if your feel it real goal is like, let's say your feel it real goal is $1 million. Well, tell your feel it real vision $10 million. Then when you hit 1 million, it's like you're still happy. So that's kind of how it is. Like I knew kind of in the back of my mind it would be a long shot for him to be like all the way home on that day and the way it was, but I am super happy of what we got to experience, because when I started having these visions was the day after his accident, and I don't even want to think of what it could have been. So like, I just feel like the vision helps create the reality, and if I didn't create it on that day, maybe, anyway, I don't want to ramble too much about that, but it was a great Christmas, and Ethan was home for the next holiday, which was New Year's. So that was cool. So December 28th, which was Thursday last week, I believe was the 28th. So we got to bring him home that day. It was sort of a rainy day. He went to his orthopedic surgeon doctor appointment. So right after we got discharged from the hospital, the rehabilitation hospital, he went to his orthopedic surgeon, where they removed all the staples and sutures in his leg. So that felt a lot better for him, although it was really hard. Just the whole day was hard on him. Being in the car for the first time since the accident, and just all the moving around and getting in and out of the car, it's a lot on him. So, and he's in a lot of pain still. I mean, this is not going to be like, you know, oh, he's home and he's recovered. This is going to be many months of rehabilitation. So we definitely have a road ahead of us. And I was told today, Nathan reminded me, our friend Assad said, don't say it's a long road, because God can do anything. He can perform miracles, and we could cut that time in half. If a doctor says 6 months, it could be 3 months. So I'm not gonna say a long road, but we have a road ahead of us, definitely, for sure. So yeah, so Ethan was home with us on New Year's. So for all of that, we are just incredibly, incredibly thankful. And, you know, it's just such a blessing that he's home, and the things that just the recovery that he's had. He went from, my family was all in town. Like, my dad was able to drive down, I think the day after the accident. My mom and sister also came here, and they were here, I think 3 or 4 days total. And then Ethan's dad was also able to be here. Ethan's dad was able to stay a lot longer, so he was able to see his miraculous recovery. But when my mom and sister and my dad left, they still saw Ethan like completely out of it in the hospital in ICU. So, you know, just the recovery from that. And then just a week later, he was in a step down unit, doing so much better. He had already had his leg repaired, and, you know, coming down off of like meds and things like that. And then a week later, they were talking about, you know, removing the chest tubes, and his lungs were healthy. It was just like the way it happened. Like, when we like think about just his recovery, it was just amazing. And God was there with us the entire time. In fact, I mean, God did it all. Like, our faith has grown so much through this. That's the other incredible part. Like, I just, looking back, it was like, you know, there was just so much. I mean, it's so hard to describe everything that happened. And it felt like, looking back now from December 2nd, when that was the accident, until now, which is, you know, 30 days later, it feels like it was just yesterday. But then, like, looking back at the time, it just felt like an eternity. But it also flew by. I don't know, crazy how time works, but it definitely like flew by. So, all right. So that's Ethan's update for all of you that are wondering. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about is nutrition, because through all of this, I wanted to make sure that Ethan had the best nutrition. First of all, I should be a doTERRA rep, because I tell people so much about the oils, but I have 2 good friends who are doTERRA reps. And I just want to give a shout out right now to Mindy and to Marzia. They came through with me when doctors said there are no options. You know, I knew right away. I was like, no, there are options. There are things that can help this situation. And so I asked them, like, what essential oils? So you got to think of it this way. Like, you think kind of it's mumbo jumbo stuff, but they give you, like, they give women patches for birth control that they put on their skin. There's patches for nicotine patches, and there's delivery through your skin. So if you can get medicine through your skin, don't you think that it's possible to get, you know, other things through your skin? So these oils have properties. In fact, every single medicine on the market today has a origin with plants. So, you know, I just think that it's like, we should use all of God's medicine that he created for us to heal ourselves. So I reached out to them immediately when the doctors were telling me that there was no medicine that we could give him. So Ethan was having strokes in his brain. So it was blockages from the break. When someone breaks a major bone, there's the bone marrow that like gets pulled up through the blood, and the, you know, the body obviously is trying to like heal itself. Those little, so it's unlike a clot, like a blood clot, which you can filter out and you could catch. The bone marrow, they're like little tiny fat particles. Just like if you were cooking and you see like oil on the top of your water when you're boiling water, the oil, when they find each other, they want to stick to each other. So in the blood, they're little tiny particles, and then they get trapped into little vessels. So they were getting trapped in his brain. And, the doctors were saying there's no medicine to give him. There's that blood-brain barrier. And I was just like, it was God. I just can't give any other credit but to God that said, there are alternatives, that there's things to do. And they say in these situations, like, you are your own best advocate, and you need to continue to advocate for your family members. If you have someone in the hospital, you need to be there and you need to advocate for them. You need to question the doctors, every single thing they tell you. They don't like it, but that's your job, it does give them checks and balances. I asked them everything, what was going on, what this meant, what we could do, what possibilities there were. I even asked the surgeon, because when Ethan went in to get his bone set better the second time, because the first time they just did external fixators. So the second time they were going in to really set the bone, for real. And I was asking, I wanted to make sure that the bone marrow, the fat inside the bones, it wasn't going to happen again. It was, he wasn't going to get more, fat embolisms into his brain. So I kept asking all of the techniques. I did my own research. I asked my family to look online and see what, options there were. And then I started asking the doctor about this, about that, about this. And the doctor was so funny. He was patient. He was kind, but he was also kind of a smart aleck. He hit back a little, which I appreciated. And he just said, okay, tell me how I can do my job better. And I was like, doctor, I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job better. I just want to make sure that the things that I researched, if these are things you're not doing, if you could do them, or you've already put, thought into these things. And he's like, of course I put thought into it. He was a great doctor, but, I just, for peace of mind. And he was like, it's okay, just let's talk. Cause he knew that I needed to have that peace of mind, that he was doing everything. And he did appreciate it, even though he was, kind of a smart aleck, but it was good. It was good that I questioned. Anyway, I believe those oils helped the strokes go away. They told me it would take weeks to months for my son to be like that. By the way, when he was having those strokes, he was not himself. He was not responding. And that was after he'd already responded. When he first had the accident and I came into the emergency room, he knew who I was. He, was talking. He was definitely awake and aware of what was going on. And after his second surgery, he had 2 emergency surgeries that first day. The second day, he was, asking questions. He wanted a smoothie, he was there. And then he started having the strokes afterwards. So when he was not there and himself, that's when the doctors were like, we just have to wait. It's a waiting game. It could take weeks or months. And I was like, no, I'm not taking that for an answer. Maybe you guys can't give him medicine, but my God can heal him. And guess what? I know you've all heard, there's a story about the guy that was praying to be saved and the rains were coming and a boat came and then, a helicopter came and he kept saying, no, God's going to save me. Well, God uses us, each other, to, save each other. Right. So I knew that God was telling me, no, there were other interventions that we can do. So my friends, Marzia and Mindy, helped me with getting oils, and I placed the oils on him. And I believe those are the credit to him coming out of the strokes in only 2 days. So just wanted to say that. And so also the other thing is nutrition. I've had surgery before. I've actually had plastic surgery, and shout out to me if anybody on here has had any plastic surgery before. If you want to share your stories, that'd be great. But so I spent, a lot of money on it, and the doctor said, okay, you should buy this $200 pack of vitamins and nutrition to help your recovery. And of course, I already spent thousands. So I was like, yeah, give me it was like $150 of vitamins, and I took them. Of course I did. I wanted the best results. So I knew through this, I needed to get my son nutrition. I needed to get him vitamins and minerals. He had just been through major trauma and all, surgeries with anesthesia that does something to you. And he needed lung support, and his blood levels weren't great. He had higher white blood cells, lower red blood cells. Anyway, just a whole bunch of stuff. So I started looking for vitamins, and I didn't have a lot of time to like go to the store or do anything like that. So I went on to Walmart, because I usually do like Walmart pickups, like I'll place orders, and then I pick a time that, the next day, sometimes the same day, but usually the next day. And I find what I need online, and I just place orders. And I have a lot of time. I still don't have a lot of time, so it's really convenient. So I started researching vitamins that they had available, and I wanted something right away, because as soon as he was able to start eating and swallowing food again and taking pills, I wanted to get the best nutrition in his body. I started making shakes from home. Every morning I would bring a shake to him, which had like protein and spinach and berries. Spinach, has iron and a whole bunch of other, vitamins and minerals. Berries do too. And of course, protein, he needs protein to rebuild all the things he's going to have to rebuild in his body. So I found something on Walmart, and I thought it was good. I did my research, and I thought, I got this GNC Mega Men Health and Vitality VitaPack program. So it, targets lots of things: immune health, stress management, has it's like a pack of this. It's like 4 different, actually I still have them, like 4 different pills in there, and vitamins. And one of them is the multivitamin, I think is that big beige one, that's right there, the big one. And that's it's got all the vitamins, all the it has A, C, D, E, K, all the B's, including B12, biotin, calcium, iodine, magnesium, zinc, selenium, copper. All right, a whole bunch, and some potassium. The other one was a fish oil. I think obviously that's the oil. And anyway, so I'm getting these to him like every day. And then something comes across, I don't know, I was scrolling, I don't know, a reel or something on Facebook or Instagram, and something comes across about B12 and how B12 is manufactured and what's in B12. So B12 is an essential vitamin that everyone needs, and a lot of people, especially vegetarians and vegans, are low in. It comes through dirt, and actually, when I did more research, it's actually a bacteria that we all need. That is, like, if you're gardening, or you're the animals that you're eating are eating the grass, and out in nature, that vitamin is in their meat, and also attaches to our veggies and stuff, especially like if you eat it, right out of your garden. But through modern manufacturing and spraying and herbicides and everything like that it's very, very much depleted. So we should get vitamin B12 through our vitamins, through supplementation. However, so there are like this video, and I could tag this video, I'll put it in the comments if you're interested. It's really interesting. There are 3 or 4 different ways that this vitamin is made and put into our vitamins. And it turns out the cheaper vitamins have a lower grade B12. In fact, the B12 that is in a lot of vitamins on the market, including a lot of kids' vitamins and like Flintstones vitamins, and turns out is in these GNC vitamins, the B12 is called cyanocobalamin. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Okay, cyano. So if you know a little bit of Latin, you know that like the way that words are put together have different parts to it. So cyano is actually from cyanide, and there is a better option of B12 out there, and the better vitamins have the better option of B12, and that option is methylcobalamin, as opposed to cyanocobalamin. Ugh, probably not saying that right. So when I found out that what the cyanocobalamin and B12 is, it's actually, like when I said it's from cyanide, I think they said it's actually like hydrogen cyanide, which is if you look it up on Google and just look up what's in the cyanocobalamin, it's a poison and it depletes the cell of what it needs. So instead of you think you're giving your children or your family or yourself the best nutrition, if you're putting something that's like not made to be ingested in the human body into our bodies, whereas the other B12, the methylcobalamin, is more natural. It's more natural. It's better. It's better for our bodies. It's better for the cells. So somebody in the video put it this way: imagine you invited some house guests over for dinner, and they came over, they had a wonderful time, and as they left, your house guests took the garbage out. You'd be like, oh, those were great house guests. How nice. They were so well behaved. They were lovely. We'll definitely have them over again. That's the methylcobalamin, the B12. That's the natural B12 that you want. The bad one, the cyanocobalamin, that's in a lot of, it turns out it's in a lot of vitamins. Actually, I had this in my house and I had to look it up to see which one it was. It's the bad one. It's the cyano. It's the one with the cyanide. And then I also bought myself a women's, this is Ollie. Guess what? It's the bad one. It's the cyano. Oh, so let me go back to my illustration of the house guests. So the cyano, you invite them over for dinner, and then when they leave, they steal the silver. They take like all of the silver plates and the silver flatware that you just had for dinner, and they like steal your cell phone, and they like hit the mailbox as they're leaving. Like a bad house guest, you would never have them over again. Like they rob the cell of things that they need. So that's pretty serious. So I threw this away. And then I also, oh my God, and then I have this super B complex that I've been taking for probably been taking this one for a few months. It's a bad one too. So I had like all of these vitamins that I had to throw away, and I needed to find a good vitamin. So so I did find one, and this is a vitamin that has everything in it that one had, except it's got the good B12. So I found this, and surprisingly, it's a new company that just came on the market, and it's called livegood. And so this was the women's. I bought myself the vitamin. Of course, I bought the one for Ethan. That is for men, and that's from livegood. And these vitamins were actually cheaper than this. So I got this 4-in-1 pack from Walmart for $19.99. It's a 30-day supply, 30 packs, 30-day supply. And it has the bad B12. So I have to throw it away. This is 60 capsules. Well, you have to take 2. So same 30-day supply is $9.99. And the company, like I said, is called livegood. And if you're a member, so it's a wholesale company. If you're a member, then you pay the member pricing, which was half. So I believe this vitamin, or it was $5 off. It was like $14.99 or $15. But if you become a member, then it was $9.99. So, and then I started looking, they had a whole bunch of other nutrition products that I got. So got lots of nice stuff for Ethan. I got him, they had something called Factor 4, which is like for inflammation. I got him some I think it's D3 with K, maybe K2, D3, K2. That sounds familiar. That helps him rebuild bones. So I got that. They also have collagen. He's rebuilding a lot of tissues right now. So I got him collagen. I just went kind of crazy and got a whole bunch of stuff for him on that website. But if you need a link to those, the nutrition, I'd be happy to share it, because now that I'm a member, I can sell it and I can earn a commission. And I would love for you to support me on that, because you know, my mission now is to take care of 2 boys. So I need to be able to stay home and afford to stay home. So I have a couple things that I do that afford me the luxury of being able to stay home and take care of my family. So if you could support me on that, I would really, really, really appreciate it. In fact, actually, So a little bit about livegood. It's a new company, just started last year. And I actually don't make any money on the products themselves. So you can go crazy and buy a whole bunch of products. But really consider if you're wanting to buy these products, which I think are really great prices, like you could get protein for under 20 bucks, which is crazy because a lot of people are spending with a lot of these other companies like 50, 60, 100 plus on a can of protein that lasts a month. So the nutrition here is high quality, top class. The affiliates don't make any money on the products. So I'm not in the business to try to sell anything, but if you become an affiliate, that's when I would make money. And the cool thing about it is the affiliates only it only costs you $9.99 a month. So you can become an affiliate. You make money off of if other people become an affiliate with you. And I just think like if you're going to consider getting the products, that you would become an affiliate because it just makes sense. Just help one or two other people become an affiliate with you, and then you're it's paying for your membership. So that's all that I'm looking for. I actually have a couple of people already signed up with me already, just because I've been sharing the nutrition, and I think the nutrition is really, really great, for the pricing. Like I don't want to go to CVS or Walmart anymore and buy nutrition, especially when I think it's probably the most important thing that we do for ourselves. Like making sure we have the right things that we're putting in our bodies. And especially like this season, everyone's been getting sick. I was sick right before Ethan got into the accident. Like a week before, I had come down with what I think was COVID. I never went and got checked, but I lost my sense of smell, which is a pretty big indicator. A lot of people have been talking about lately, the flu's been going around, like colds, flus, RSVs. I want to have the best nutrition in my body, and especially for Ethan with all that he's going through, I want to make sure he's got the best too. So it's really important for me, and the prices are great. So I don't feel like I'm having to spend a whole lot of money, because that would be hard. We're trying to save money. I'm working now from home. I'm really relying on my work from home work that I'm doing to help pay the bills. Like my husband's still doing real estate. That's great. If you guys need to hire a real estate agent or you have any referrals for him, that's going to help us with our goals, which, our goal is really simple. It's just to take care of ourselves and take care of our family. Like all that I'm here, my purpose, really my purpose in life is to take care of my children and to help them become, successful, happy people themselves. So the more that you guys can help support me, that I can stay home and take care of my family, we appreciate that. Did you know that anywhere in the country, if you're selling a house, anywhere in the country, that my husband can help you? So he can, even if he's not licensed in that state, he can refer an agent to you. So even if you have an agent picked out, if you guys really want to help us and bless us, you can have Nathan refer that agent that you want to work with. And all he has to do is give them a call, send them a little piece of paper, and there's an agreement between the agents. You don't have to spend a thing or worry about anything. It doesn't cost you anything. There's nothing you have to sign. But you can bless our family, and Nathan can refer an agent to you if you're in Oregon, if you're in New York, Hawaii, Utah, California, Texas. It doesn't matter, anywhere. We're in Florida. He's licensed in Florida. He's a really, really great agent. And if you don't have an agent picked out and you're in a state that's not Florida, he's connected to a few groups. So he can find a really, really great agent for you wherever you are. And he puts his license on it, he puts his name on it, and it means something. So that would be one way you can help bless us, so we can have our goal of staying home and taking care of our family. It's really important to me that I do have the ability, and I do have the the business with TranzactCard, that I'm able to stay home. That was one of the things they asked me in the hotel. We were there so long, it was like a hotel. Definitely wasn't like a hotel stay. It was awful. They save lives. Like, we're so thankful for, them being there to save lives. Like, if there's a trauma, And so the way it works with Lee Health is if there's a trauma anywhere in our county, and even I think even in Collier and maybe Charlotte too. Charlotte depends if you would either go north or south. But Gulf Coast is the trauma hospital. It used to be Lee Health, like Lee Memorial on 41, closer to downtown. That used to be the trauma hospital, but they moved trauma to Gulf Coast. So any kind of trauma, you would go there. And, you know, we're so thankful. I saw the doctors and nurses fight for Ethan. And, oh, I don't want to start crying again. Whew. But I'm so thankful for them because they saved his life. They absolutely did. But I wouldn't want to have to go there again. So I don't even remember what I was saying, but the something about at the hospital. Now I can't remember. Oh man. So there's that. But oh, I do remember now. Okay. So while we were there, the physical therapy and nurses and doctors several times, every time they came in the hotel room. God, I keep saying that. Every time they came in Ethan's hospital room to talk to us, they asked me, like, do you have the ability to stay home and take care of him? And I said yes, like without hesitation. It didn't matter if I had the ability or not. I was going to regardless. But, you know, I really thought of it like, thank God I have TranzactCard that that I started with them back in June, and I've grown quite a huge network. In fact, I have over 50 business affiliates that have signed up with me, and including my husband, including my son, including my stepson. So the coolest thing about this is when I first signed up, they had a program where you can earn your entire investment back. So the investment to become a business owner is $495. And it seems like a lot of money, I know, but it's also the ability to earn off of everyone's swipes. Like as soon as they told me that, like every time your friends and family swipe their card at the gas station, every time they go on a date, every time they book their airlines, air travel, or go on a cruise or anything, they're using that card, you're going to earn a percentage of those swipes. And I was like, sign me up right there. That's all I needed to know. So $495, I became a business owner with the TranzactCard. And they had the promo going on that if you signed up 3 other business owners, they all wanted to, you know, become a TranzactCard DBO, which is a digital branch office with you, you would get your money back. So $495 came right back to me. Actually, it wasn't right back. They took their time. The 3 people that I approached, luckily all 3 of them signed up with me. But it took them like a month and a half for them to like process it and think about it. And they had a lot of questions and they wanted to know all the ins and outs of the program. And, you know, and I don't blame them for that. Of course they should. So it took them a little bit, but then they signed up, and then I got that check back, and they actually sent $5 more. So they were sending a check of $500. And my husband saw the $500 check and he's like, what is that for? He wanted to know how I was making $500 already from this program. And so then he signed up, and then he got 3 people and he got his money back. So and then we signed up Ethan. Actually, we signed up Ethan first because Nathan is under Ethan. So everything that Nathan does, Ethan earns on. So Ethan was getting checks while we were still in the hospital. Like I was bringing him checks, and he was like, as soon as he was able to, he was depositing checks in his account from TranzactCard while he was in the hospital. So, I mean, such a blessing, such a huge, huge blessing. And so we want to get, so Ethan is like 5 people away right now from becoming a senior manager. And at the senior manager level, you can earn up to $1,500 a month in the community bonus pool. So right now, Ethan is a manager, and he's earning up to $500 a month in that community bonus pool. So every month, the profits of the company get pulled together. And some bigger companies, I know like other companies that are like this, you can't earn anything in their community pool until you're like a really high level. Like even with livegood, is it livegood or livegood? I don't even know. You can't earn until you're like diamond in their community, in their profit sharing. But with TranzactCard, you start earning as soon as you become a manager, which is like the first rank. So you start earning up to $500 a month with that. So if the company is profitable that month, the next month you're earning up to $500. So depending on how much profit there is and how many other managers. They're going to split that amount, and each manager is going to get up to 500. And then senior managers get up to 1,500. So me and Nathan are senior managers, and Ethan is 5 people away from becoming a senior manager. So we really want him to get there because he has, doctors told us a minimum of 6 months before he's recovered and can go back to work. So $1,500 a month while he's living here. It more than pays for his bills because he still has his own bills. He was living on his own when this happened. It's not like he was home. He's had a lot of major changes since this happened. He also was accepted into the military. So the Army had just told him that he was accepted. He had gotten picked out his job. He was going to get sworn in actually like 3 days later after his accident. So a lot of big blows to him, a lot of big hits. So he had to move back home, and that's hard. And he had to, give up, the Army right now. We don't know if it's a possibility. It's still up in the air if that's something that Ethan still wants to do. We're not sure, but yeah, so that was a lot of big hits to him right away. Obviously going to need a lot of help. So find that for a minute. Okay, so anyway, I just wanted to say that. So thank God for TranzactCard that's helping us pay, a salary. So with my senior manager pay and Nathan's senior manager pay, and then if we can get Ethan would get $1,000 raise a month. That does really help with the bills and things like that. So if you were considering getting your TranzactCard at any point, it only costs $25. They extended the promotion. There was a end of year promotion that was going to end December 31st. They extended it another month. So until January 31st, you can get the TranzactCard for $25. Normally that's a $25 annual fee, but they're waiving that. It's $25 one time for life. You will never pay an annual fee. There's no monthly fees. There's no other fees at all. And, right now we're still in our launch phase. So we don't have the cards yet in our hands, but there's a lot of perks that you're going to get when you sign up for your TranzactCard. And one of them is, well, actually 2 really great perks. They're giving everyone that signs up $500 a week until the cards are in your hand. So that 500 Z bucks that you're getting every single week, you can go into the Z Club and start making purchases. And they had the 12 days of Christmas. They've been doing flash sales every day. They had a huge super flash sale extravaganza on New Year's Eve. Was it New Year's Eve and New Year's Day? I don't even remember. The days are all flying back together day by, they're all squishing together. So it's hard to remember everything that's going on. I can't even remember what happened yesterday, honestly. But so you get to take part in the flash sales. You'll have, your 500 Z bucks that you can use. Any products that come up on the flash sale, as long as you have the Z bucks, you can purchase it. Then there's travel, Z Club travel. So you can go in there and see if there is somewhere that you plan on traveling to anytime this coming year or next year, and you can book some travel, and it's really great discounts. It's probably better than any discounting travel club program that you can find. So it's fun to kind of go in there and see the products, and then you go in and compare it to what's on Amazon, or compare your travel to what's on like Priceline or Expedia, and see the savings. And it's really, really great savings. So if you're thinking about getting the card, definitely do that before the end of the month. But the sooner you do it, the better, because then Ethan becomes a senior manager. So we just need 5 people that want to say yes to getting the card. And my husband and I have always said this. We believe this card to be super, super beneficial to a lot of people, like single moms, for instance, single dads, just people that are living paycheck to paycheck. This card, so if you don't know what the TranzactCard is, it's a banking platform. So you're going to get a bank account. It doesn't cost you anything. Like once you sign up, it's $25 one time. You get with that a bank account when the bank accounts are ready. They're not quite ready yet. You're going to get your own debit card. You can also sign up if you have like a rewards program that you're getting like a lot of like mileage or hotel points. You can sign up that card and take part in our program and earn Z-Bucks. So the Z-Bucks, then you can go into our store and you can buy products that you would normally buy anyway for a huge discount. So you don't have to make any purchases other than what you're already purchasing. You need to go buy gas, cool. Use your Z-Bucks, or sorry, use your TranzactCard. You're going to earn Z-Bucks from that purchase. They're going to live over in the Z Club store, your Z-Bucks. You can go online and look and see, you know, your balance accumulating. And if you don't see anything in the Z Club store that you want to buy right now, cool. Your points never expire. Just let them sit, wait till you find something you really want. Wait till there's a flash sale for a cruise, and then bam, you have all the points in there and you're ready to buy it. Because they do that. They said they're going to be doing cruises at least once a month or once a year, maybe twice a year. So I highly recommend you get the TranzactCard. So what it is and what it essentially breaks down to is you're buying things you need with the discounted Z-Bucks. So for instance, like vitamins, we don't have vitamins in there right now, but let's just say like, so these vitamins don't exist anywhere else. But let's say you can buy, okay, these, since I bought these on Walmart, I'll just go back to these. Okay, we know the price of these. These are $19.99. So if, and I don't recommend buying these because these have the really bad, the B12 that I was talking about earlier. These have the bad B12. I don't recommend these. These are going to be going in a trash. I just kept them long enough for illustrative purposes. But I bought these at walmart.com for $19.99. Okay. So we don't have these available in the Z Club, but we're building our inventory. So these might one day be available. So let's, again, for illustrative purposes, imagine that you wanted to buy these vitamins, and at walmart.com and at Amazon and GNC, everywhere that you could find it, they're $19.95. But in the Z Club, they're $9.95. And what you're going to do is you're going to apply the difference. So the Z-Bucks, you can apply up to 10 Z-Bucks to get this 50% off. So that's what it's like. So you're accumulating Z-Bucks for free for just doing your normal everyday shopping. You go on a date with your spouse, you go to dinner, you buy your kids lessons, like, you know, they need karate lessons, and you go ahead and pay that bill. So by paying that, you paid $100 for that, and then you're earning 100 Z-Bucks, and the Z-Bucks you can use to pay down the price of products you need. So you need shoes, you can go on there and you go buy shoes, and you can find them for, you know, a big discount. Oh, and then my husband wants to illustrate another item that he got through the Z Club. This is a really nice brand. It's Corkicle, which of course he likes because it's very similar to our last name. So that's one reason. Corkill.
Corkill for the win.
And thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Is this tea?
That is tea.
Oh, I thought you were handing me like your mug.
No, I'm handing you yours.
Thank you.
You're on a roll, and I want to make sure you're not parched.
He says I'm on a roll. I am parched. That is true. And this tea is a little, I need to combine my two teas. I have my tea from earlier that you made me. He's so good to me. He makes me tea. This is cooled down, and I'm going to wait for this to cool down. But I just want to talk about this for a minute because this is found in the Z Club. This was a flash sale. So we got this completely for free. I think maybe we paid shipping and handling. But if you go on Amazon right now, you look up Corkicle and you look up Captain America mug, I think it's like $40. Is it 40 or 45? They have other products. And so you can go on there, you can buy this with your hard-earned money. But we got it completely for free.
It's Corksicle.
Is it Corksicle?
Corksicle.
I always say things wrong. I was saying the hotel room, and I was referencing Ethan's hospital stay. Yeah. They kept coming into our hotel room instead of the hospital room. Okay, I have to say things. I do that all the time. That's one of my things. You'll get to know that about me. Anyway, so this, you can find mugs like this in our Z Club. This came up as a flash sale, so this was completely for free. So talk about this company has given us way more than we've given it. And I think that's one of the things they've said They have said it several times. Our leadership team has said that they've created this company with TranzactCard, and they want it to be where you've gotten more from them than you've given. So we've given them $495, got the $495 back, and we've gotten so many flash sales, so many free products, including hats, jewelry, t-shirts. I don't even know all that we've gotten. We've gotten golf clubs, not clubs, golf balls, like really nice ones too. So it's definitely a company where you're getting more than you're giving. So for $25, you can become a member for life. They're also doing the promotion along with the 25 for life. They're giving you doubling your Z-Bucks for an entire year. So you sign up by the end of January 31st. Everything that you spend with your TranzactCard for the first year is going to be double. So you spend $100 on those karate lessons for your kids. They're going to give you 200 Z-Bucks. So now you have 200 Z-Bucks to spend in the store. Like I said, anything that you need that you're buying for your kids anyway, you can find it in our store for half off. Shoes for the kids, diapers. A lot of moms, they're selling like the huge diaper boxes, and I still have a kid with diapers. They're like 170 diapers in the box. And in the same box you can find at like Costco and BJ's and even Walmart and Target. And it's like it's a $50 box, and they're selling it in the Z Club for $25 or $23 or something crazy like that. So imagine being able to buy diapers, the big box of diapers, for half off. I mean, that's a huge savings. So if you know a mom, a single dad, grandparents, people that are still buying their kids diapers, they need to have this TranzactCard in their wallet. So get them to send me a message. I'd be happy to get the link to them, to get them to sign up. We only need 5 people for Ethan to become a senior manager. I would love for you, if you've been watching it this whole time, or you're just now tuning in and you have been thinking about getting the TranzactCard, let me know. I'll send you the link. We'll get you signed up under Ethan's account. I can send you his. Actually, I'm going to send you, the person that I would send you actually is Katie. So the way it works is Katie is signed up under Ethan, and Ethan already has 2 managers underneath him, and we just need to get Katie to manager. When Katie becomes manager, then Ethan becomes senior manager. So you're helping 2 people. Katie becomes manager. She starts earning up to $500 every month for the rest of her life when she's a manager. And Ethan will be earning up to $1,500 a month for the rest of his life. So I'll get you her link. You'll sign up with Katie to become a TCM. That's a TranzactCard member. You're going to be getting your card shortly. We have our bank in place. And so we have over 100,000 people in the TranzactCard community that are all going to be, we're all onboarding to get their banks and their bank cards set up this month. So we'll get that set up for you. It's $25. Like I said, that's nothing. Most of you are spending $25 more on lunch. So if you haven't taken a look at this yet, it is a pretty awesome program. It's really in place to help every single person in America that I know that can use this. Everyone can truly use this. If you like saving money, I mean, who doesn't like saving money? I know everyone, you shop for coupons, you look for coupons before you shop if you're like me, or you're, shopping for the best deal. I don't know what you want to buy. What do you want to buy? What do you have on the list that's coming up? Do you need to get clothes? Like what's an Amazon shopping cart that you want? And then you go into the TranzactCard Z Club store and you see what there is, and it's discounted. It's the cheapest that you can get it is in our store. So the same products that you're normally going to buy, you're just going to buy them with your Z-Bucks. You're going to, swipe your card, or you're going to swipe the mileage card. Maybe you have a Delta or American Airlines, or you have a Marriott or something like that program that you're in. That's cool. You can use that card, and you can sign up with TranzactCard and get that savings and earn on both of them. Now you can earn your mileage and you can earn Z-Bucks. When you sign up with your own card, the caveat here is if you sign up with your own card, you're earning half of the Z-Bucks that you normally would. So let's use that karate example. You sign your kids up for karate, you spend $100. Let's say you use your Delta Airlines mileage card. You're going to earn your mileage on that card like you normally would. But then with Z-Bucks, you're going to only earn half as much. So you'll earn 50 cents on the dollar. So you'll have to spend $2 to earn $1 with your Delta Airlines, but you're still going to be earning with the Z-Bucks and Z Club. So it's only going to be half as much as with the TranzactCard, but that's okay. Now you can do both. And so you can still have your Delta Airlines mileage. That's not going to be touched. That's not going to be affected at all. You're going to earn at the same rate you normally would. Now you're just going to be earning with the Z-Bucks. Now you can go into our store, buy things. So now here's the cool thing. You can go to our Z Club. Let's say you wanted to buy a pair of Nike shoes and they're normally $100 and you could buy them for $50. You're using 50 Z-Bucks. You can use your Delta Airlines mileage card to buy those Nike shoes for $50. So you're saving $50. You're using Z-Bucks for something you've already spent money on. I know this might be a little confusing to people, and we're trying to make it a little easier for you, but just know for that $25 card, you're going to be helping yourself and your family save a lot of money. So I highly, highly recommend it. It is time to go get my baby now. So
tell them what I'm willing to do for anybody who's a little strapped for cash.
Why don't you come in here and you tell our friends and family what you're willing to do. Oh, you got to hold up your mug that you got for free through the TranzactCard.
I actually like this mug so much that I got 2 of them because I'm awesome like that. Anyways, so we understand that the holidays just passed us by, and if you're anything like us, you spent a lot more than you thought you would and a lot more than you wanted to. But this card is so amazing and it's $25. And the person who it's going to help out the most is the one who's going to have a hard time justifying spending that $25 to get this card. So what Dean and I are offering to do is anybody who wants one but can't justify the $25 right now, let us know and we will happily buy it for you. Because we got cool mugs for it, but we also replaced a backpack for a fraction of the cost for one that Ethan lost.
Well, Ethan didn't lose it, so they cut it off of him.
They cut it off of him.
They had to, because Ethan was wearing his backpack during the accident, so they had to cut it.
So they cut the straps on it, and they didn't cut the straps where we could replace it. They cut the straps up on top.
Hey, we're not complaining.
We're not complaining.
They saved his
life.
Not
complaining. But it was a $60 Under Armour backpack, and we ended up getting for like $35 on the Z Club.
It's great. It's a great deal.
There's deals like that spread out throughout. And so anyway, long story short, if you want a card, let us know. We'll happily fund it for you. So just, send us your Venmo, your Zelle, whatever it is. We'll send you the $25 so that you can get the card. And we're doing that through the end of this month. So, all right. Anything else that you want me to add to that?
I think that's it. But yeah, we've helped quite a few people already. We definitely extend that because like Nathan said, if you're especially the person that needs it the most, you're the one living paycheck to paycheck and you need to buy diapers at half cost. This is certainly for you. And we don't want you to feel left out because $25 is going to leave you a little strapped. This is something you should have more than anybody. So tell your friends and family, the people that need it the most, let's get them signed up. I mean, if those 5 people that we need for Ethan to become senior manager, if all 5 of you are people that need it and we're reimbursing you that $25, we'd be happy to. It's such a win-win that it's not even funny how much we know it's going to help people. So definitely want to get you signed up before the end of this month because $25 for life. I mean, $25 a year really isn't a lot either, especially for those that can afford it. You're gonna save money. You're gonna save $25. Even if you just save $25 one time and that's it, and you earn your money back, cool. But we know it's going to help you way beyond that for the rest of your life. This is just an amazing program. Sure. And it's got a savings program with it too.
Oh yeah.
The TranzactCard. So every time you make purchases, there's a savings account attached to it. So you'll be able to save money. You're saving money twice because you're saving money on the products that you're buying. And now you're able to put some money away in a savings account. And it's a really high interest savings account. So for so many reasons, it's going to help so many people. And we want to be part of that blessing. Certainly.
Yeah. Like there's a cruise that we're considering going on right now. And I did find it is legitimately 50% off.
Okay.
So
there's a cruise on the TranzactCard website through the Z Club Travel, or I don't know if it's through travel or through the store. But there's a cruise and you can use your Z-Bucks to pay down half the cost of it. So you can go on a cruise for 6 nights or
It's
6 days?
It's a 5-night cruise.
5 nights, 6 days for 2 people for like $750.
Yeah.
Out of New Orleans, which we
I've never been out of New Orleans,
but we love cruising and we want to cruise with our TranzactCard family. A lot of people, we already have somebody in our family, Michelle, booked her cruise.
So we might be going to Nolans with Michelle.
But there's other people. I think there's other people.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of Transact people on that ship.
And I think they're probably going to, if you're already in the TranzactCard family and you have a card or you already have your TCM or a DBO, I think they're going to be doing a flash sale soon for this cruise.
We've got plenty of Z-Bucks to spend.
Yeah. So we're keeping our, we're checking every day. Yeah. And if you haven't got into your account yet, if you've been signed up for any amount of time, you've been earning 500 Z-Bucks a week until you get your card in your hand. They're just giving those away. So check frequently for those flash sales. And if you want to join us maybe on that cruise, check it out.
That's right. All right. I got to go beat the kids and horse.
Oh, we got to get the baby.
Yo.
So this is why I come on here to make a quick video. And of course it's been like, I don't even know, an hour later, it feels like, but now I get the privilege of going to pick up my little one, the little baby. So I'm going to pick him up from daycare. And eventually when Ethan's doing much better, my goal is that, that I get to keep the baby home with me all day and not have him in daycare. So that's one of my goals. But for right now, the blessing that I have for being able to work from home and take care of my family is I get to go pick up my baby. He doesn't have to be at daycare all day. I'm going to pick him up. Actually my goal is 2:00. So I know I'm kind of running late. So I want to go get him. But I just wanted to thank you guys for tuning in and let me know if you're interested in anything that we've talked about today. I can send you links for livegood. I can send you links for TranzactCard. And thank you for helping us keep our roof over our head and for me being able to stay home with my children and take care of them. And love you guys. Take care. Talk to you later.